Hello everyone, this is Samie and I welcome you all to eAcademe from the platform of CA Educationist. In this video, I am going to share a complete guidance on how the business startups should prepare an investor pitch deck and what are the important things to focus on when preparing an investor's favorite business plan to raise your target funding requirement. Before addressing this topic, let me elaborate a bit about the difference between a business plan and a pitch deck. Pitch deck is usually prepared in the form of PowerPoint slides. It is short, punchy, and visual oriented that intends to grab the attention of investors or lenders. On the other hand, business plan is a long, detailed document that is perfect for in-depth analysis or large funding requests. It usually serves as a base document for the preparation of pitch deck. Investors like venture capitalists or business angels come across a large number of startup ideas as candidates for investment. Interestingly, if you think that your startup idea has a spark and it stands out from the crowd, there is still no guarantee whether you will be able to secure the required funding or not. Want to know why? Because you didn't have a business plan or a pitch deck. Even if you had them, they couldn't answer the questions that the investors or lenders are usually looking for. So, a sound business plan and a professional pitch deck has the ability to excite an investor and can result into an investment offer because the questions of desirability, feasibility, and viability of a business startup are addressed in them. Let us now have a look at all those crucial areas that the investors are looking for in any business plan or a pitch deck. Number one, the target problem. Your startup idea must be based on some problem or must at least propose to solve a problem in a better way. You should try to define and explain the problem your business proposes to solve through real life experiences or some story to make it more engaging for the investors. Number two, the value proposition. Tell the investors about the product or service you plan to launch. Highlight the features of your planned offerings and correlate them with the problems you defined earlier to make your proposal look relevant, goal-oriented, and sensible. If you have any demos or prototypes, do include them too. Number three, vision and goals. Once you convinced the investors with what and why questions, communicate your startup's vision and goals. You must highlight where you see yourself in the future and what goals you have set to achieve that over the years. Catching attention of the investors at the earliest stage of your plan or deck is the key indicator of success. Therefore, vision and goals must be presented immediately after the problem definition and value proposition. Although executive summary would have already helped investor in getting brief overview of your startup, giving a brief insight of your proposed venture with vision and goals is still advisable. Number four, customer segments. Mention that what customer segments are you targeting and why. Giving a vague image about this may give an impression that your business scope lacks clarity. Try to support your claims with maximum possible evidences. Substantiate your final selection of customer segments and your product or service success in those segments with the results of your business idea validation tests if you have conducted those. Just for your information, business idea validation is a process through which a business idea is tested in various ways to determine its viability. We'll talk about it in some other video. Number five, competitor analysis. Businesses do not operate competition-free. Even product leaders soon meet the competition. So, develop a competitor analysis for your offerings, both short-term and long-term, and identify where do you position yourself in the marketplace in comparison with the competitors, now and in future. Number six, sub-plans. In this section, you will be answering the how question. How are you going to do all this? The investor is always keen to hear about this, that what strategy you plan to adopt to materialize your idea. This must be responded through three sub-plans. Number one, the marketing plan. Number two, the human resource plan. And number three, the financial plan. Let's look into the key matters of each one of these one by one. Marketing plan. Your marketing plan must be extremely clear about the following points. What will be your marketing strategies for creating product or service awareness in your market segments? Whether you plan to go above the line or below the line. Would you prefer online or offline ads? What is your social media marketing plan? It is better if you propose the use of digital means to the maximum extent. This is expected to yield positive impact on investors, as this is the age of AI and digital marketing. Human resource plan. This plan should highlight the required team composition to achieve the stated business goals. It will cover the estimated number of positions, designations, brief job descriptions, and chain of command as reflected through the organizational structure. Both permanent and contractual workforce will be identified along with the expected skill sets for each business function. Financial plan. The financial feasibility and viability of the business model will be depicted through its financial plan. This sub-plan, without a doubt, is investors' favorite. It will cover projected financial statements over a minimum period of 5 years and should highlight number 1, the projected financial performance, number 2, cash flow, and number 3, financial position of the business over the projected period. How much sale volume do you expect each year, and what sale prices and costs you estimate per year will also be covered in this section. Don't forget to support each and every figure with reasonable underlying assumptions. Using baseless values can cause serious harm to your integrity. The additional components covered by this section will be the capital budgeting analysis using tools like net present value, payback period, internal rate of return, etc. You are advised to get assistance from a financial expert for drafting this sub-plan. Number 7, funding requirement. After you have presented the sub-plans, it is now time to let the investor know how much money you want from him for this business. Be cautious while quoting the funding requirement, as the investor would have already got a rough idea of the long-term and working capital requirement after reviewing the financial plan. It is advised to show the funding requirement along with its utilization to link the capital with planned activities. Also clarify the planned capital structure of your startup. This will inform the investors about the degree of stake they will have in the startup. Also discuss the management's ability to confidently handle this investment and operate the business. Number 8, way forward for growth. How do you plan to grow your business in future? Investor will be interested in knowing that. Tell him about it in this section. Additionally, he would like to know his future exit route, your plans to get listed on the stock exchange, and your plan for any mergers or partnerships in future. In the end, let me share some journal pieces of advice for your plan and deck. Number 1, don't stay on any section for too long, as it will have your investors lose attention. Instead, keep your pitch concise and to the point. Number 2, use annexures for details like technical documentations, market research, business idea validation, pest or SWOT analysis, etc. Number 3, know your investor, his risk profile, his history, his investment portfolio, and any other information you consider relevant while preparing the deck. Number 4, go through some sample plans and decks of the business models similar to that of yours. The more you know, the better your plan and deck will be. Best of luck. Thank you for watching the video. For more videos, keep watching the series of eAcademe from the platform of CA Educationist by Samie. For any queries, you may WhatsApp or email at the given contact details.